Hello and welcome back to my channel of free trade analysis. If you guys are new to my channel, then please click on the subscribe button and also click on the bell icon to receive regular notifications from my end. I give you guys regular intraday trades on almost regular basis, and we are making exceptional profits together. Our, our accuracy is approximately 80 to 90%. So if you guys want to be a part of this journey, and if you guys are especially new to this forex market, indices market or crypto market, then you guys can also learn from my analysis that how are these markets behave, how these markets act, and what kind of trades would be profitable for you guys. Okay, so now let's move on to our trading purpose, and we will be continuing with our dollar analysis from where we left off yesterday. So this DXY analysis, when we were discussing yesterday, market was trending over here, and we gave you a buying trade if market tests this area and then goes up, then we could go for a buy trade. But that trade came in a different way. So if you guys check out that which scenario came into play, you guys can clearly see that when market closed above this area, market went till here, and once market closed above this area, market further went up till here. Okay. And for the selling scenarios, we gave you this area of selling, and you guys can clearly see that when market entered here, the market got yes, the market crashed from here till here, and also this area acted as a good area of resistance, first of all over here and then second of all over here. We gave you buying scenario from here, you guys could have made good profit from here till here, and another buying scenario was that if you guys would have considered this as support, then maybe you could have even made profit from here till here as well. Okay. So now let's discuss that how much profits would we have made. For example, if you guys would have long from here, then approximately your profit would be over here. Your stop loss would be over here. So this would be approximately what you can say 1.6% profit in this trade. And on the other hand, if you guys would have taken a long trade from here, this profit would be over here, and this would be your stop loss. So this would be a 4.2% profit, but I would have not taken this trade because it was a risky trade. But this scenario, the sell scenario was beautiful. As you guys can see, this top and this top, or this beautiful double top came into play, and we could have easily sold from here as well. So this scenario would be a good option for selling. This is a good 3% profit considering the double pattern that we usually do. Now from this area from where we gave you a buying opportunity, if you guys would have taken a trade from here, for example over here, and your take profit would be approximately over here, and your stop loss would be approximately just below this. So this is a good 1.9% profit. Yeah, so overall, these scenarios were amazing. And let me go back to the 15-minute chart. Just for you guys, since I gave you this beautiful area of support, If you guys would have gone to the smaller time frame, the 15-minute chart, and entered over here, then huge profit must have been accumulated in your trade. For example, if you guys would have traded over here, and then you guys could have taken the profit till here, and your stop loss would simply be just below this area. So this is a good 9.7% profit in this pair. So now let us study the next day's scenarios, that what do we have in play tomorrow. So considering as you guys can also see that this area of resistance also came into play, and we could have also sold from here till here, which would have been a huge profit as well. Okay, so now let us now move on to the today's trades, and so we do not miss on any of the potential profits that might come our way tomorrow. Okay, so I am just marking all the possible scenarios once again. So these are all the resistance, the zones that can come into play tomorrow as well. Okay, so as you guys can clearly see that market is kind of moving in this sideways zone, and market is not really going anywhere. And this is our swing low, and this is our swing high. So market has I think retraced approximately 50%. Let me make this Fibonacci retracement so we can have a better understanding. Okay, so till here, yes, you guys can clearly see that 50% retracement has been made, so there is a good chance that market might go down tomorrow. Okay, so how are we gonna trade? Let me just remove the previous day's trade so I can give you the fresh analysis and fresh intraday trades for tomorrow. Okay, rather this trade is still valid, so I'm gonna keep this trade, and these areas are also valid, so I am going to keep these areas intact. Okay, so this area would be over here. Yes, approximately here. So as you guys can clearly see that this area will now be behaving something like this, and if market closes below this area, then we are going to sell straight away. And if we are a risky seller, okay, and if we are a risky buyer, we can buy from here and from here as well. Okay, let me mark a buying scenario from this area as well, as there is a good possibility that market might move into a negative direction from here. Okay, so if I okay, so let me just give a few more trades, and then we will be good to go. So if market respects this area and market closes above this area, then maybe we are gonna look for a good buying scenario. And if we are a risky buyer, market closes above this area, we are going to buy straight away. If we are a non-risky buyer, we are going to wait for market to go up from here, then market to test this area, and then once again market to close above this area, then we are going to buy this pair. Okay, and another selling setup that can come into play would be market goes below this area, market tests this area, and then market closes below this area, then maybe we can sell this pair from this level as well. Okay, so just be vigilant on what might come to your way tomorrow. The levels have been marked and all the support and resistance area have been already marked for you guys. So now let's move on to the next pair, which is Euro USD. Okay, so since we were last discussing Euro USD, market was over here. We gave you a buying scenario from this support level. You guys can clearly see market tested this area and market went up till here. So this would have been a good trade. Another setup that we gave to you guys was that if market respects this area and goes short, then we could go short from here. You guys can clearly see market respected this area and went short, and this would have been huge profit for us. Okay, so let me take sample trades for you guys so we can move quickly. Okay, as you guys can clearly see that this would be our stop loss and our take profit would be approximately over here. So this is a good easy 3.83% profit from this selling setup. Then we gave you a buying scenario from here. You guys can clearly see market entered this area and then market gave a buying setup, but then market hit our stop loss. And then once again market closed above this level, and if we would have entered over here again, then we would have made a good profit till here. So let me take this trade over here. Okay, and my stop loss would be approximately here. So this would be an easy 6.3% profit. And the another setup that came into play was that when market respected this area and we could have sold till here, then once again market respected this area and gave us a good trade till there. So if I enter over here, okay, and my stop loss would be approximately here. So this would be a easy 1.6% profit. Okay, so and our support zones were respected beautifully. You guys can clearly see that this area was respected over here, and then market went up, and it is still going in profit. So if you guys would have gone long from here, you guys would have made till profit till here, and you would have gone to 15-minute chart for this scenario to come into play. So yes, you guys can clearly see that these areas are being respected, and this is an easy 4.6% profit. So let me just go back to the 1 hour chart and let us now discuss that what can happen tomorrow in this pair. Okay, so as you guys can clearly see, market is once again in the same areas as it was in the yesterday. So our setups are gonna remain same, and there is a good chance that market might respect our areas tomorrow as well. So and so this would be another setup, and this would be a third setup. Okay, and our selling would be approximately from here as well. And if we are a risky seller, we can also go short if market goes short straight away. Okay, so let me just move this over here and move this over here. Okay, so as you guys can clearly see that our scenarios have been once again been placed on the exact points. So now let us be vigilant at what the market would be doing tomorrow. So in my opinion that market is gonna rise tomorrow and market is going to break this area. There is good good possibility of this. So we have now marked this as a new area of resistance. So we have to be vigilant from here. If at any given time market enters over here, we are going to look for a good short trade. Okay. So now let's move on to the next pair, which is the GBPUSD. Okay, so in this pair we gave you selling trades. If this area was respected, you guys can clearly see if you were a risky buyer, we would have made small profit or rather hit a stop loss. But if we were selling this pair from this area, then you guys can clearly see that market broke past this area and then kept on going down. So if you guys would have entered over here, then this would be your 2.2% profit in this selling scenario. Another selling scenario was that if market closed below this area and then market once again respected this area. So that did not really happen. This support area was also not tested. Even this area was tested several times. And this support level was tested twice and this support level was tested thrice. So if we would be looking for a long trade, then maybe we could have gone long from here or from this support in a pending order, then that would be great as well. Okay, so now let us move on to the today's analysis in this pair. You guys can clearly see market was over here yesterday and now market is over here. So market kind of made a new swing high and there's a good chance that market might push further up tomorrow. Okay, so let me remove the previous scenarios so we can have a better understanding. Okay, so in this GBP pair, you guys can clearly see that my setups are still, some of my setups are still valid. So, as you guys can clearly see now, this area is going to turn as an area of resistance. Okay, so now let me give you all these scenarios. For example, if market respects this area and closes below this area, we are going to sell this pair. If simply market is going to close below this area, we can sell this pair. And if market goes up and respects this area, we can sell this pair again. And another area of short-term resistance is this. Maybe we can go short from this area as well. Okay, so and if we have to buy this pair, we are gonna wait for market to react to this level, then maybe we can buy this pair. And on the other hand, if simply market breaks past this resistance area, we can buy this pair from there as well. And on the third hand, if market breaks above this resistance and then tests this resistance again and then market close above this area, then we can long this pair again. Okay, so these will be the scenarios for tomorrow. Now we will be looking at the gold analysis for today. Okay, so let's move on to the gold chart. You guys can clearly see that our given areas have been respected beautifully. You can clearly see that market was over here and we gave you setups of buying if market respected its level. As you guys can clearly see, market closed below this area, but the market did not respect this area again, then once again entered this area and closed above this area. We could have gone long from here. So if we take a long trade from here and our take profit approximated here, so this makes it 4.6% profit from this buying setup. And then we gave you a selling scenario. If at any given point of time market tests this resistance area, then we are gonna go short. You guys can clearly see we went short and we made huge profits. Let me open the 15-minute chart so you can have a clear idea. Yes, okay, we will have gone short from here. Stop loss is correct. So yes, this is approximately 3.9% profit. Okay, and from this selling setup, let me go back to the 1 hour chart. Okay, so what do we do now? Since the market was trending over here yesterday and now it is at a new low level in the recent time frame, so we expect the market to test the recent support area and then go down further. Okay, so this will be now a red area, and this will also act as an area of resistance, and even this area is going to act as an area of resistance. Okay, so now let me give you these scenarios for tomorrow. Okay, so this scenario is gonna remain valid. Let me delete this. Okay, so this scenario is not valid anymore, and even this scenario, this as well, and this as well. Okay, so let us be vigilant tomorrow, and let us sell this pair from either this area or this area. Not really. So how are we going to trade this pair now? Okay, this will be our recent support area. So if I mark a recent support area over here, so this will now act as an area of resistance. So how are we going to take our trade? So first of all, we will see that if market respects this area, we are going to go long from here. On the other hand, if market simply breaks past this area, we can go long from here. On the third hand, if market closes above this area or this area and then respects this area and then market closes above this area, we can go long from there as well. Okay, so now in case of short trade, market respects this area, market closes below this area, we are gonna go short. Okay, so on the other hand, if market simply closes below this area, we can go short from here as well. And thirdly, if market closes below this area and respects this area, then maybe we can go short from here. Okay, so these will be the scenarios for tomorrow. So this area is still gonna act as an and support area if at any given point of time market comes in over here. Okay, so that's all for video. That's all from today's video. I hope you guys like it, and please click on the subscribe button and also click on the bell icon so you guys can receive regular notifications from my end and you guys do not miss on any potential profit that can come to your way. Okay, so that's all from this video. See you guys in the next one. Thank you.